So here we are at the C-channel and box frame design demonstration. Earlier I mentioned that the Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 come with a fully box frame rail design. And I want to mention that we have two competitors that have a C-channel design, namely the Ford Super Duty and the Toyota Tundra. We're here to see which design has more strength and more rigidity. So to my right-hand side here, we have our fully boxed frame rail design. I'm going to go ahead and bend this handle to see how much I can bend it, and I can barely get it to 1 degree of flex. As I move over to the C-channel design, which is what some of our competitors have, and I grab the handle, I add the same amount of force and I can easily get it to 10 degrees of flex. So what we're seeing here is the fully boxed frame rail design that we use in all of our Ram trucks gives you more strength and more rigidity. So here we are at our high-strength steel demonstration. Earlier we took a look at the shape that we use in our Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 frames, and now we're going to take a look at the type of steel that we use. And we use high-strength steel in all of our frames. By definition, high-strength steel is steel that is rated anywhere between 30,000 psi, pounds per square inch, to 80,000 psi. So what we have here are two pieces of steel. One is high-strength steel, the other one is conventional steel. So what I have here in my hand is a 50,000 psi rated high-strength piece of steel, which is one of the types of steel that we use on our frames, and this is conventional steel. Now you notice that it's bent. One of the things that we did to test the rigidity of this steel is put it on a press and applied 40,000 pounds of pressure. As you can see here, it bent the conventional steel, yet the high-strength steel that's rated at 50,000 psi did not bend. One of the other advantages of using high-strength steel, besides the strength, is that it's lighter in weight. If you take a look at the scales, the conventional piece of steel, the one that actually bent, weighs about 3.5 to 4 pounds heavier than the lighter piece of steel that's actually stronger, that didn't bend when we added 40,000 pounds of pressure. This is why we use high-strength steel in all of our Ram frames. So one of the biggest stories here today is the fact that we are using a 5-link coil spring rear suspension on our Ram 2500. We introduced it back in 2009 on our Ram 1500. Now, one of the biggest things about this suspension is immediately when you say coil springs and carrying loads, everyone thinks it really can't support a load. We're here to show you a little bit different. Follow me over to the coil springs presentation. When you talk about coil springs, most truck buyers will say it can't support the load. Well, if you take a look at these two coil springs that I have right here, they're from a freight train. I'm pretty certain that a freight train has to carry much heavier loads than a 3/4 ton truck. As a matter of fact, a freight train can carry 140,000 pounds to 200,000 pounds of load. Now, what we have over here is the